I met Jess in a bar, an old bar, an old Scottish bar. The Scots might, maybe it's old. I don't know. Point is, I met her in a bar. We were tour guides in the year 2017 in a city called Paris. I mean, you know that. That's where I live. It's not really a surprise. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, but I feel like having a workout room without air conditioning in a tropical location, it should be illegal. Why is this not going faster? Ah! Oh, this one is colder. So there's this tiny little waterfall pool just outside the gym. And I was told it's actually a lot colder than the other one because it gets a lot less sun, and it is true. Perfect. For those of you that have been speculating in the comments as to whether or not Jess and I are or should be dating, I can't take the counterfactuals away from you, but I can tell you the story of how we met and why we're friends. Those reasons that we're friends are very good reasons because, as you'll discover, Jess is an amazing human being. I mean, anybody that can get 15 quality people to show up in Thailand for your 40th birthday, probably pretty awesome.
Every day. I feel like this is my vacation splurge. Cereal. I never eat this on.
You're like an 8-year-old. An 8-year-old on some kind of cruise or something.
I know, an 8-year-old who's been starved his whole life. And I just got a mosquito.
Yes. But first we gotta try a little bit of coffee. I can tell you about a bar from, Caffeine Central. Oh, here comes the van. Whoa. Thank you very much. Bye. Oh, I might have taken a quick nap there. And we're here. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit disappointed because they don't have filtered coffee, and that's the one thing that I haven't had in like a week, but whoa, that's sweet. But I'm the iced latte with normal sweet. Tasty, at a medium roast, so I think there was a light roast as well, but it was sold out. And I can guess why, because I'm sure it's great. Gotta love some iced drinks in summer weather. But thanks to Entropy696, who made the recommendation to come to this place. It's nice, and I wish that I had remembered to bring my USB cable, because that's what I need to get some work done, but I don't have it with me, so I'll just sit here and I'll journal a little bit. Also, thanks to today's Patron producer, SMary Demner. I've said this on camera before, I'm pretty sure, but I still don't know if it's SMary or SMary. Thanks, SMary, and all my patrons for making it possible to come and try out a new coffee shop in a tiny island in Thailand that I didn't know existed until a few weeks ago. When I met Jess, it was the summer of 2017, one of the darkest periods of my life. I actually walked into the Old Alliance, which was the old watering hole for tour guides of all varieties, but the bike tour companies that we worked for in particular, and I just remember being stunned. She just seemed like a lovely human being. She's obviously gorgeous, and she had a boyfriend at the time, and what was funny about it, and I will never let him forget this, is that Mark Daly told me off. He was basically like, hey, don't flirt with her. She's got a gut. This is ridiculous. We crossed paths from time to time. From there, I always really enjoyed her company, but we didn't really start our friendship until she invited me to Orphan's Christmas in 2019, when I was supposed to be in Morocco with my very recent French ex. At that point, I'd just broken up with her. We hung out, had a great time over Christmas. She hosts a fantastic Orphan's Christmas most years, if not every year. And that was the beginning of a fast friendship. Started going to some movies, hanging out, riding bikes around. And as you've seen over the years, she's been in a ton of my videos on everything from biking around in Paris to having picnics in Paris. And she's just good company to have around. Right? Mm-hmm. That's when we get to the 3 reasons you wish Jess was your friend, but you can't have her. She's mine. I was hoping for more of a slurping sound, so I'm just gonna have to add that in post. First off, Jess has to be one of the most open people that I know. She's intelligent, she's curious, and she's always asking questions. And really getting to know people, I think, for who they really are. But it's that openness in particular that leads Jess to be the perfect person to host an Orphan's Christmas. because no matter who you are, she's gonna see the best in you. And I feel like that's a very consistent theme in my friendship with Jess. Swami-con. This place was recommended by the manager of the place that we're staying. There's a burrito here. Let me read the ingredients to you. Homemade garlic mayo, tomato ketchup, which I'm hoping, wait, I thought that was homemade as well. Anyways, homemade garlic mayo, tomato ketchup, salad leaves, local chicken, tomato, spring onions, sunflower seeds, coriander, and quinoa and rice. What more do you need to know? Sold. Most of this is a brunch menu, but just thought I'd try it. The other question we have, do they have filtered coffee? It might just not be a thing here. Espresso with milk. Yeah, pretty sure the answer is no. That's okay. I got the coconut lemon soda. I think that's a necessary element to traveling well, is maintaining loose expectations on what you're gonna find where you're going. I wouldn't guess that filtered coffee would be so hard to find, but you never know. There are some parts of the world where espresso is the only thing for you, and at the end of the day, that's fine. It's still caffeine. And hey, the soda, this lemon coconut soda is surprisingly good, and the texture is something that I did not expect. This isn't a video about travel. This is a video about Jess and her openness. And the Orphan's Christmas it kind of leads us directly into the next thing, which not only is she open, but she's incredibly warm. I think that warm is a good thematic word, but in reality, it means that she's kind, conscientious. When I say conscientious, I mean proactively thoughtful. Like she's an active participant in your friendship, and you feel it, you know it, and you feel it, and it makes a huge difference.
Hello, welcome.
Not to fall back on the same example twice in the same sentence here, but the Orphan's Christmas, I think, is actually a really good example of this, because she's there to take care of people. And it's not just that she wants to take care of people, like she's got a warm heart, but she actually thinks through, like, wait, who needs taking care of? And reaches out, opens her doors, and just is there to make sure that people in her life are looked after. Sometimes it feels very subtle and small, and sometimes in really big ways. And in so many ways, spending time with Jess demonstrates what it looks like to love others. We have too much ramen. I'm not getting any more ramen. Chips, on the other hand, they destroyed the selection that I brought back the other day. So, and these sweet Korean cheesy poofs, I assume they're cheesy poofs. I need to learn, I'm sure I'm going to come back to Thailand. I'm going to learn some Thai. I have to. It's one of those examples of like, I know a few phrases now, but I'm not going to say them because I'm so self-conscious about it. So instead, I'm going to find myself another bag of chips and gracefully exit this Do I even want these, actually? I mean, spicy ramen Korean flavor, yes. Why not? Also, the garlic and spice in that burrito built up slowly over time. Never got that spicy, but you wouldn't want to be near me for the garlic right now, I can tell you that much. They have a credit card minimum, so it's random candy time. I need to spend $50, that's 10. Ooh, watermelon for 19. Berry. We made it. But as with any good friendship, what you really need time to see is some of the deeper elements that don't come out right away. And with Jess, I think one of the best ones there is how much she actually ends up seeing you. Like, she tracks with you, she gets to know you, and she really knows the people that she cares about. Jess met me at one of the darkest times of my life. When I just moved back to Paris, my whole life was falling apart. That summer, when I met her in the Old Alliance, that was probably the booziest summer of my life. A lot of drunken nights, which is why I can say with authority that editing sleep deprived is definitely worse than editing drunk. It's purely from experience. I wouldn't recommend doing either of them, but if you end up doing them, neither of those help. I don't recommend either of them. Jess is somebody who's seen me at my worst, in some of my darkest moments. She's been there for me in a lot of times where I really didn't know where I was going, what I was doing. And the last few years have been really hard. I think a lot of my life has been really hard. But I mean, if you talk to my therapist, in its own ways, I mean, obviously I can't complain sitting here, right? But it's not just that Jess has seen me in my hardest times, but she's come to learn and understand and know me. She's had insights for me that escaped me for a long time, and she's said things that have helped parts of this journey to click in ways that they never would have otherwise. And she's just been a good friend. She's helped to set a pattern for what it means to love people. In the end, Jess is one of those people who has seen me for who I really am. I really feel like she's gotten to know me, see me. She knows so much about me, and everything she's come to know and learn and understand about me has only deepened our relationship and made our friendship better because she's still accepted me. She's more than accepted me. She's embraced me. We're family. And that's a gift you can't put a price tag on, not to be cheesy about it. But she's one of the people that's really taught me what it means to be a good friend. And I can only hope that I've been that for her. I know that I've been that for her. I mean, I hope I've been that for her. But she's set a really high bar. She's definitely pushed my bar higher just by being my friend, which is one of those things that you can believe whatever you want to believe. I know people are going to comment and want to ship and do whatever they're going to do, but one of the great values of having friends, especially of the opposite sex, that I really struggled with, that I really had a hard time believing and leaning into, was that they really can and do push your bar higher for what it is you're looking for. I only need and only want one romantic partner. That's what I'm looking for. But I'm blessed to be able to have a plethora of friends, and the better, kinder, more conscientious, warmer, thoughtful, intelligent, caring, and insightful they are, the more they push my bar of what I will accept in my friendships pretty much to the moon. And I'm lucky to have some serious astronauts as friends along the way. I'm gonna put that on the patrons only version. Yeah. Okay, so I just wanted to read for you today's video. I told you what it's entitled, but the subtitle is actually "You Wish Jess Was Your Friend." 3 reasons, and here are the so I want to just read for you the 3 reasons that I'm saying that people would wish you're their friend, and then you'll have to watch the video to see the rest. So 1 is that you're open, curious, exploratory, intelligent, insightful. You're outward focused as a person. The second one is you're kind, conscientious, and proactive. Warmth is the theme for that one. And the third one is that you care, that you see people, you see me, you track along with people, and you're invested. But you're a great friend, and I love you very much. That's okay. I've been crying all day talking about you. They're teaching me a lot. Jess, you've taught me a ton. Happy birthday.